गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः सीताया पतये नमः सीताया पतये नमः. So we are in 7th chapter of the Ayodhyakand and Ayodhyakand, na? Ayodhyakand. And we are in the 112th verse. But we'll read 111th and 112th and then continue forward. Ekadashe hani prapte brahmanan veda paragan bhojayamasa vidhivat shatashodha sahasrashah uddishya pitaram tatra brahmanebhyo dhanam bahu dadau gavam sahasrani graman ratnambarani cha. So here we saw how sage Vashishta gave words of advice to the broken down Bharat, who had come to know that his father has passed away. That's why he has been called back from his maternal uncle's place in Kandahar. And from there, when he comes back, we saw he interacted with his mother. He was wondering why the city is so quiet, why the people are gloomy, why the palace is gloomy, why all the sentries have their head lying low, bowed low. Nobody is smiling. There's no spark in the city. And when he comes home, he finds his mother is also in her room, but she's the favorite of his father, and she always used to be in the father's room with Dasharath. But he sees her in her room. And there when he goes, he finds out what has taken place. And the mother says that I got the 2 boons which your father had promised me. And I got the 2 boons. I got the kingdom for you. Now you are the king of Ayodhya. And so that Ram does not make a problem, I send him with the 2nd boon, I send him to the forest for Vanvas for 14 years. And hearing these words of his mother, and the Bharat, he just breaks down. He doesn't know how to respond to it or how to react to it. And then eventually he doesn't want to see his mother. He doesn't want to be in her company, and he reprimands her, and he comes back to he says that I'm ashamed to be your son. I should not have taken birth if I had to see this day. And then he goes to Kausalya, and Kausalya used to love Bharatji. And there, the moment he comes, Kausalya just takes into the arms and cries. And then he says, Mother, I did not do it. She says, no, I know you did not do it. You have got no part in it. It's all your mother's doing. We know that. She doesn't say that it's your mother's doing. She says, I know that you had no part to play in it. And while this is going on, suddenly Sumant and Sage Vashishta come, and Sage Vashishta from the door itself, and a sage, why does a sage come into our life? Or saints and sages, you have come across some when we have traveled around. So why do they come into our life? Because they correct our vision of life. They give a correct trajectory to our life. And Sage Vashishta comes And immediately, without any, oh, my poor Bharat, this should not have happened, that, no, nothing like that. We saw last few verses, he gave him the highest knowledge that the soul never dies. And the nature of body is that which comes into existence must go out of existence, and the nature of the body is birth, growth, disease, decay, and death. So why you want to get attached to the father's body? It's not worth it. And then what you should do, you see that he has lived a good life. Dashrath had lived more than 20,000 years. So he lived a good life. He had experienced everything. He had done lot of meritorious deeds, and he became instrumental in being the parent of the Lord Narayana himself, taking incarnation in his family. What else does a father want? Everything he has achieved. And prarabdhavash, because of destiny, this event has taken place, because of the boon that he gave to not boon, because he got a curse from Shravan Kumar's father, who said, where he had killed the son, the Shravan Kumar, who was taking water to the blind parents, and the blind parents, when they see that their son has been killed by the Shabda Bhedi Ban, and he does not, if he wanted, he could have cursed him to die straight away. But because the son had told that, I forgive you, O king, because you did it by mistake, but my parents will not forgive you. So you go there and you apologize and accept that you have done it, then their punishment will be less. So the father of that Shravan Kumar, he curses him, saying that you will also die because of separation from your son. And that's exactly what is happening. Dashrath has passed away. But here we have to understand, in the last few verses that we saw, that the nature of life was told. Understand, Atma never dies. If you want to use the word soul, soul never dies. And body which has come into existence must go out of existence. So has the soul not come into existence? No, soul was always present. You could not see it. That's all. When you see it, it's called ghost. When you don't see it, it's good. So don't go looking for the soul. You will create problem for yourself and unnecessarily keep the soul attached to the home, keep the soul attached to yourself. You're not letting it free to go on his journey to the divine or to the next life, whatever it is. Dashrath Maharaj, he is not going to get next life because he has done enough meritorious deeds, and the Lord himself has been born in his family, so he has to go to heavens. So he goes to heavens, and having told all those things, that life is not about crying for the dead, one must feel that our responsibility has become less. Now you are more free to think of the Lord. Whole life we have been thinking about our children, our grandchildren, our husband, our wife. If someone dies, one less to think about. But normal society, how can you say like that? Papam, papam. But scriptures say that life that we have got is not for your family. Life you have got is by grace of God. And your job as a human being, once having taken birth as a human being, is only one. Not to get married. If it is in your destiny, it will happen. Not to get kids, but if it is there, you will get kids. Then what is your purpose of taking human birth? Only to merge into the divine. To realize that you are not an individual, you are essentially divine. You are of the nature of Atma, you are of the nature of divinity. You are all pervasive. There is no place that you are not. The entire creation is in you. You are not in the creation. This inverted vision with which we are living is the root cause of all our misery in life. So, and where does it begin with? It begins with, I am this body. With that, who gave you this body? My parents. So I have to do the seva. Yes, you must do the seva, but you must not cry when that body goes away. You must not cry for anything that goes away in your life. You must feel, "Arey, ghar jal gaya, very good. I don't have to clean vacuum every day." In Japan, my cousin, my nephew, he's working there. All living in minimalism. घर में कमरे में कुछ भी नहीं है. एक छोटा सा कबर्ड, three, 4 clothes. That's it. 3 shirts, 3 pants. Nothing. They live so minimally. No bed. All sleep on the floor. So with this background, now we come. Now the sage Vashishta tells Bharatji, now today is the good that you came. They have done the last rites of Dashrath, because they had kept the body of Dashrath dipped in oil so that it does not decay, because he had to come back from Kandahar. So now they take out the body, they do the last rites, the cremation, and now it's the 11th day, and therefore Ekadashe hani prapte brahmanan veda paragan bhojayamasa vidhivat shatashotha sahasrashaha. On the 11th day, Bharatji, he fed hundreds of Brahmins who were expert in the Vedas. And last week I think I concluded here that why we should not become more modern. No. I will not do Shraddh. I will not call Brahmins. I will feed the orphans and I'll feed the beggars. Go, do it. Nobody can stop you. But you will not get the blessings of the Brahmins who are committed to the Vedas. So, not everyone is perfect. Even Brahmins are not perfect. Nobody is perfect. Even Indra is not perfect. He also goes after Ahilya. So even Devatas are also not perfect. But every time you go to the temple, you go the Navagrahas you go, isn't it? Are they perfect? They also have imperfections. But they are. Why do we go to them? Because they are part of the divine and they are committed to the divine. Why don't we go to Asuras? Because even though they are part of divine, but they are not committed to the divine. That is why we don't go. See? So, in our society, then there must be good people who are committed to the divine, by nature are holy, who do not gossip. All that is good. But moreover, some people, those who are well versed in the Vedas, well versed in the scriptures, calling them, feeding them, giving them dakshina in food, clothes. They used to, in those days, they used to give the cows and the gold. And last time I told you why they used to give it to Brahmin, why won't you give it to anyone else? Because Brahmin has a rule. He lives not for himself. He lives for the society. अगर वो पूजा करता है, वो वैसे भी आजकल के ब्राह्मण नहीं, उस समय के आजकल भी हैं ऐसे, but it's becoming, that breed is becoming less. So what do? A sadhu purush, he will, if you give him all the wealth that he is going to give him, they are going to take it, and within 3 days they are going to distribute it among all the needy people in the society. See? In traditional ashrams, more than 3 days of food was not allowed to be stored. Even if the king has given them quintals of rice and vegetables, after 3 days they will use it. If there is still left, they will call the whole village, cook it off or finish it off or give it away. Back to zero. Why? We must not become comfortable in any condition. What is the fourth day going to bring? Again go to the house to house. Bhavati bhiksham dehi, bhavati bhiksham dehi. Again beg for food. Because that is their right. The sannyasis, the brahmanas, it is their right to demand, to request for food. And there are rules. So when such people who are living such a life of tapasya, whether by begging for food, for bhiksha, or spending majority of their time only singing the Vedas or taking the name of the Lord or doing their sadhana to realize the God, such people, when they say, Ja tera bhala ho, it is going to carry meaning. That beggar, that orphan, if you give him the money, he is again going to beg. He is again going to beg. He is not going to bless. If you give him $5, he will say, $5. It happened to us. Yes, last week I gave you one example in Rishikesh, what happened in Haridwar. Prashila also got tricked. I was about to, but I caught the game very quickly. 2-3 people got tricked. They gave 3,000 rupees to that fellow. See, the priests are also like that there, but it's okay. Everyone is will have to pay for their deeds, So that beggar who's wearing these color clothes, sitting on the side of the Gangaji and please give, and you're not going to get anything from that. Not every one of them. There are that you have to have the eye. Who is the real one and who is the false one? So you want to feed someone, you feed and forget. You want to feed the poor people, orphan people, needy people, do it. But that does not mean that when such events are there in your life, that you don't call Brahmanas, educated people. Brahmanas are nothing but educated people. So what are they educated in? The Vedas, in the Puranas, in the scriptures, or in the sadhana. They are educated in their life of commitment towards the higher they are living. They will be only able to bless us. So he gives them, and while he donated a lot of wealth, thousands of cows, many villages, garments, and gems to them for the benefit of his father, and that is for the peace and salvation of the father's soul. What will a beggar, a true beggar, I'm not talking about Brahman beggar. Brahman is committed to the Lord. If the food comes, take it as a prasad. If it doesn't come, from 5 houses he will go to beg. If it doesn't come, he'll go to sleep hungry. You go to a beggar, you give him $5, he'll say, Arey, only $5 you gave. It has happened. Someone gave 5 rupees. He says, Aajkal 5 rupees ka tha. He gave it back 10 rupees to the person who gave 5 rupees. Maybe you need more than me. Huh? So imagine you you go to these type of people, unworthy ones, and why you are going? Because you want to, for your father or some family member, you want to do the good deed. What will he say? अरे एक ही मरा, 2 मरने चाहिए थे. Only one died. When is the next one going? Then we'll come to you. Don't have to come to us. We'll come to your house. ऐसे होते हैं. Those professional criers. You seen them? You see them on video, YouTube. Professional criers. Aryo, aaja, come. Those professional criers, they कोई और कहीं जाने वाला है कोई? So if they are crying in someone's house on that day, they do market research. Next one is going in which house? Can such people give a blessing? Can a beggar give a blessing? Will he say? Will it come from his mouth कि जाओ तुम्हारे पिताजी का भला हो? He is only interested in surviving. He is only interested in what is coming, for where the next money is coming from me, where the next meal is coming from me. When we were living in Varanasi, at that time, I didn't know all this system. There were so many ashrams are there, and I was living myself in an ashram, and I don't know the system. Absolutely not. So they used to say, "Hey, today we have a invitation from there, and we have got the tickets. You have to get tickets, and then you go for bhandara there." So someone has sponsored. So you go for food, lunch, 11 o'clock lunchtime, and you will get some dakshina. So sometimes we used to get three places. Then they will say, अरे ये यहाँ पे नहीं जाएंगे, क्यों? यहाँ पे सिर्फ 10 रुपए देते हैं, वहाँ पे जाएंगे, वहाँ पे 50 रुपए देते हैं. ब्रह्मचारीज, सन्यासीज, they are also thinking like that कि कहाँ पे 50 रुपए मिलते हैं वहाँ जाएंगे, जहाँ 10 रुपए मिलते हैं वहाँ पे नहीं जाएंगे. हो जाता है, the attraction of having some cash in your pocket, it can make you think like that. But they are committed to the truth, they are committed to the studies. Someday it will click to them. But sometimes it happens, especially among the young ones, those who have not seen the world. For whatever reasons, they have come into this, taken to sannyas. And then sometimes they come into sannyas, or they come into studying the scriptures and Sanskrit and the shastra padhne ke liye aate hain. They come as a 9 years old, 10 years old. They come for the right purpose, but then they get distracted. Same thing is with sannyasis also. Sometimes they get distracted. So point here was made that Brahmins, those who are these educated people, those who are well versed in the scriptures, or even chanting the scriptures. If not scriptures, they are chanting the Lord's name continuously. They are good people at heart. They have only blessings for others. Such people, they should be invited for food, and dakshina etc. has to be given to them. Till here we did last class. Now we'll read till 114. Avasat swagruhe yatra ramamevanuchintayan vasisthena saha bhrata mantribhi parivaritaha रामेरण्यं प्रयाते सह जनकसुता लक्ष्मणाभ्या रामेरण्यं प्रयाते सह जनकसुता लक्ष्मणाभ्यां सुघोरं माता मे राक्षसीव प्रदहति हृदयं दर्शनादेव सद्यः गच्छाम्यारण्य मध्य स्थिरमतिः अखिलं दूरतोपास्य राज्यं रामं सीता समेतं स्मितः रुचिर सुखं नित्यमेवानुसेवे. अवसद्गृहे यत्र रामम eva anuchintayan. After that, after the dad's last rites were done, see here it is 11. Understand, there is no competition here. In some places it is 3 days. Some places, when someone passes away, after 1 day, story over. No remembrance, everything. In another society, within our Sanatan Dharma only, different parts of the country have different traditions. Some places it is 7 days, some places 9 days, some places 11, some places do 13 days, some places they do it for 1 month. Some places they keep doing Shraddha every month for the first year. And till you are not a sannyasi, then sannyasi is allowed कि एक बार करके खत्म. But if you are not a sannyasi, then first year you should do, and then you do it every year for few years. And why do we do the Shraddha? Shraddha word comes from Shraddha. So what is the Shraddha here? We remember the lineage that we belong to. That is why we are remembering our father or our parents. That is why we remember. If the parents have been replaced by God, then you don't have to do Shraddha. Some people still continue to do it till they feel they have to do it. But once you take brahmacharya and you come to the sannyas, then because now all your energies are focused on the divine, then you don't want to go into relationships, don't want to go into the past. Our job is to forget the past. So we are not, there is no obligation on us to go through that process. And many people, because they can't be doing it every year, what they can do, this is the option, that you do it for 3 years, and after 3 years you go to Gaya. Gaya तुम्हारे घर के पास में ही है. You go to Gaya, or you go to Badrinath, or you go to Haridwar, or you go to Triambakeshwar, or you go to Rameshwar, and you do a Moksha Shraddha. But among all these places, the best place is Gaya. गया के पास में बोध गया है, उधर मत चले जाना, उधर ये सब नहीं करते. But Gaya, and you do the Moksha Shraddha. Once you have done Moksha Shraddha, you are free of all responsibilities towards your father, because mentally in that Shraddha, which is done with faith, even though the priest is looting you, but you do it with faith, the intention and your disposition is that I am doing this Shraddha and I am doing it in Gaya, and the soul of my father has gone to Vaikuntha. From Vaikuntha there is no return. So mentally you have sent him. You have done what was required, the ceremony and everything, and in your mind there is no doubt. After that, if you do it, then again you will have to. It is not right to do it again. एक बार मोक्ष श्राद्ध कर दिया, उसके बाद फिर again you don't have to do the shraddha. Yeah, these are some things that modern so-called educated people, in the name of education, they don't understand the nuances of our tradition. It is not for troubling you. It is not for, if you don't call a Brahmin, nothing is going to change in his life. He's going to, someone else will call, or some other job will come for him, some other place he will be teaching, etc., etc. You are not doing a favor on him. Remember this. She is not doing a favor on me. You are not doing a favor on me by calling me here. If you don't call me, Zoom is Zindabad. But our attitude should be that holy words are going to be spoken, a sannyasi is coming, Ramayan is going to be spoken, people are going to come, it's a holy atmosphere, my house will be blessed, the atmosphere will be blessed, and one must keep doing these things again and again and again and again. See? So don't do it. अरे कोई नहीं है तो मैं ले लूँगा. It should come from within. It's a blessing, it's an opportunity. See? So with this, we'll stop that topic there. Now that the thought of father has been sent to the heavens. Now, no point thinking about father, because sage Vashishta has already given him the knowledge, the brainwashing has been done. So now, if I don't think about that, then what do I do now? If you have stopped doing Shraddha, you have stopped doing the Shraddha of your father, mother, whatever, now what do you do? See, my father passed away. I did the Shraddha for 3 years. Swamiji said, do Shraddha for 3 years. I did it. 3rd year, I went to Gaya and did the Moksha Shraddha. That time I was Brahmachari, I was not sannyasi. So I did the final. Why? My teacher told me. They say, some people started telling me, no, you cannot. How can you do moksha shraddha when mum is alive? I say, you want to kill her or what? बेवकूफ की तरह बात करते हैं. If my teacher is telling, why would I go against his words? You see, the idea is that nothing is distracting you from committing to the higher. That is the whole idea. That is the whole idea. So now Bharat ji, his mind is empty. He has given zero value to his mother. He knows that Kaushalya mother is not angry with him because she knows he can never be a conniving with his Kaikeyi. Now what next? Now his mind goes to his most dearest subject. What is the dearest subject? Shri Ram. Bolo Siyawar Ramachandra ki jai. And he starts Ramam eva anuchintayan. Anuchintayan means again and again. Non-stop thinking. Chinta bolte hai na. What is chinta? When you think about the world, it is called chinta. When you worry about the Lord, it is called chintan. When you worry about the world, it is called chinta. So decide. You want to do chinta or you want to do chintan? Chinta means worry. Chintan means contemplation. You understand? So he started thinking about the Lord. Vasishtena saha bhrata mantribhi parivaritaha. And he began to spend his time in residence along with sage Vashishta, brother Shatrughan, and ministers. So continuous consultation. And when you are with such people, when you are with sage Vashishta, will the topic of how this fellow is good and that fellow is bad, will that topic be the topic of discussion? If you are with saints and sages, sage Vashishta, who is their Kuluguru for generations from the beginning of time, because he is the mind-born, the sage Vashishta is, he was created by Brahma, the Saptarishi. So he has been through the entire lineage. If such a person is spending time with him day in and day out, and Sumantra is the Prime Minister of Ayodhya. He was the right hand of Dasharath Maharaj. Su means special. So Sumantra, man means mind, mantra means words. So who has only good to speak, who has only wise to speak. That's why he was the Prime Minister of Dasharath. So when Dasharath is who? What does the word Dasharath mean? Who is the master of the 10 senses. Understand? And his Prime Minister is Sumantra. So when senses are in control, the mind is automatically good. Mind is automatically integrated. Mind is automatically God-oriented. And such an integrated mind is Sumantra. See, if you start thinking in this from a spiritual bent, this is what Adhyatma Ramayana is. Suddenly the whole, that story of Ramayana is not just Dasharath and Ram and Ravana. You start understanding that within you. Then what you need to do, if you want to have a good mind, you control your senses. Who's the boss of the senses? Sumantra. See? And Shatrughan and other ministers, they started discussing Rame Ranyam Prayate Saha Janaka Suta Lakshmanabhyam Sughoram. While staying in the house thus, he used to brood and remain contrite and gloomy because Sri Ram has gone to a terrible forest along with the great daughter of Janak, Sita, that is Sita ji, and Lakshman, and my mother Keikeyi sparks heartburn in my heart by her mere sight, as if she was a demoness. Now, if the whole society the whole Ayodhya takes Sri Ram to be incarnation of God. He is the perfect person they have ever come across in their life. The Ramchandraji was not there before. It was still Ayodhya. It was still a land where people did not fight with each other. People did not backbite each other. People did not, in general. Now after Ramchandraji, Lakshmanji, Bharatji and Shatrughna has come, it has become even more wonderful city. And the people have become even more pure because Ramchandraji out of the four is so beautiful, so attractive, so humble, so loving that everyone wants to catch his vision, catch his eye. Not just the humans, even the animals were also like that. The flowers were like that. The birds were like that. So when you are attracted to such a person, not just one person, the entire society, what to talk about the people in the palace? What to talk about the four brothers? Yes, Lakshman is committed to Ramchandraji, Shatrughan is committed to Bharatji, but all the three are committed to Ramchandraji. In their mind, there is no doubt that Ramchandraji is going to become the next king, isn't it? That thought cannot come in their mind that we want to become the king other than Sri Ram, because they know Sri Ram is more complete than any one of them. See? So here Bharatji, he is afraid for Sri Ram, who has gone along with his wife Sita ji and Lakshmanji to the, where he has gone? Dandakaranya. He has gone to the forest, dense forest. Which area? We know first year he was traveling around, and after 6 months, and after 6 months he went, we saw before, Valmiki ji told him that you go to Nasik, Chitrakut, to Chitrakut. And he went and stayed there he will stay there for some time, and then after that he will move out of there. See? How many? 13 years he will be there. Last year he goes out, actually last 6 months or 7 months, he goes out in search of Sita ji. So because, so we have seen this, and here last week also we mentioned, just because, oh, my mother has given me birth and I have my duty towards, but if the mother is a demoness, if the mother is a डाकिनी, चुड़ैल, होती है कई माताएं, अपने बच्चों को खा जाती हैं, सांप अपने बच्चों को खा जाता है. See? Then is it your duty to, if you have the power, to correct the mother? Nay, how can he speak like that? Bharatji is such a Mahatma Bharat. He is speaking this type of language about his mother. But if mother has done something wrong, he reprimands his mother when she says that you have done this. He says you have done the heinous act. I feel ashamed to call myself your son. From today onwards, there is no relationship between you and me. So here it is told, if mother is doing something wrong or father is doing something wrong, the child has the right to correct them. See? But child must be more smarter than parents, then you correct them. You go and watch a movie and some, what you call these movies, and after that, oh, their mom was like this. Mummy, you are not like this. That एक पड़ेगा फिर. ऐसे नहीं चलेगा. You be integrated, and then you have the, see, the right. We have the right. See. Then he says, Gachamyaranya madhya sthiramati akhilam durato pasya rajyam. So he said, Ramam Sita sametam smita ruchihi sukham nityameva anuseve. So see, his emotions are coming out now. And what is he saying? That because Sri Ram has gone to this dense forest along with the Sita and Lakshman, and I don't want to go back to the mother, because the mere sight of mother, mere sight of mother, who has brought this calamity on the Raghukul, I don't want to go in her presence, because if I go in her presence, it's bringing me heartburn. I become angry. I lose the equanimity of my mind. Bharatji is Mahatma, remember. He is as smart as Ramchandraji. So he says, I don't want to go in her presence. But another lesson for us, if some people disturb us by their presence, some people do, you cannot get along with everyone. It happens. Sometimes such things happen at work also, sometimes it happens at home also. It happens with animals also. Some dogs, you look, पूंछ हिलाता हुआ था, दूसरा वो कुत्ता भी देखता है किसी के पास पूंछ हिलाता हो जाएगा. When he comes to you, hey, I am sannyasi man, I am not angry with anyone. पीछे पड़ जाता है. Same thing is with us also. We resonate with some people, we don't resonate with some people. It happens. But when we come to know that this person has done, he has tricked that person, he has manipulated that person, he has spoken behind the back of that person, when even that news comes to you and you have never even seen that person, sometimes people come and tell everything. Then when that person come, who are you? Oh, I am so and so. अच्छा तू है क्या? अच्छा नहीं यार क्या हो गया? नहीं स्वामी जी ऐसे ऐसे ऐसे. Oh ठीक है मेरे को ज़रा I got an appointment. You should have taken appointment earlier man. अभी मेरे को जाना है. I will find the quickest, fastest way to get out of because I know. Many years ago, when we started at Padmini's house, satsang, someone came. He took photographs. Swamiji, can I take photograph? Take photograph. How does it matter? So a few months later, we found out that he took those photographs, made a brochure that under some organization name, and from the multicultural organization took $20,000. थोड़ा तो दे दे. सारा खा लिया. Good luck to him. Good luck to him. But and he comes sometimes. That person comes sometimes home because they know mom. But the moment he comes, I am out of the house. I don't want to interact. Some people I just don't want to. So we don't have to be good to everyone. If we don't want to, and we don't have to be bad also to that bad person, just avoid, be indifferent. And this is what Bharatji is doing. He says, if I go in her presence, it is going to disturb me even more. I will lose my balance. So I don't want to go there. Then what do I want to do? He says, therefore, without doubt, so if I don't want to go back to the Kaikeyi's chambers, mother's chambers, then what do I want to do? Suddenly he gets a brainwave. Where is his heart? Towards Sri Ram. He says, I want to go to the forest to Sri Ram. Because all these ministers, Sumantra and Sage Vasishtha, why are they there? Because a kingdom cannot be without a king. If there is no king, there will be chaos. the administration must go on, and for administration to go on and for the law order to be implemented, a strong person a king is required. If there is no king, what will happen to Ayodhya? All those negative forces which are hiding in the holes, they will come out. Because अरे कोई राजा नहीं है अभी, देखा जाएगा कब आएगा, and they will start creating disorder in the society. See, this is what is happening in India. Elections are coming, government has got no power, all negative forces are coming out. See, this is what happens. They did not do this for the 5 years. They are able to do it now because there is. Come in. Come. So they are able to do it because government, as such, it cannot implement too many rules. So he says, gacchami aranya madhya. Gacchami means I want to go where? To the forest, in the middle of the forest, where sthiramati akhilam duratopasya rajyam, and I want to go to the forest soon, and with a sweet smile on my face I shall serve Sri Ram. Why only Lakshman has gone to serve Sri Ram? Why only Sita ji has gone with Sri Ram? Mother Kaikai did not, he knows, Mother Kaikai did not say Sita and Lakshman have to go, but they are gone. In spite of others saying don't go, Dashrath ji saying don't go, they decided to go. He says, I will also go and serve Sri Ram. See? And therefore, and how I'll go? I'll go with a happy disposition. I am not under any compulsion. Swamiji, why did you take sannyas? What happened in your life? Who broke your heart? Or how many times the heart was broken before you took sannyas? Normally this is the question.
स्वामी जी, किसी ने मोटर पार्क किया है, उसका नंबर है 1UL7CJ.
The lady just asked me if you can please move it, she can't get out.
Where was I? तो भरत जी, तो सन्यासी की बात कर रहे हैं. So why have you become sannyasi? Under what compulsions? So is it because you have got defeated by the life, therefore you became sannyasi? Or is it the attraction to the divine, that's why you have taken on this path? So is it because he is frustrated with his family, mother, therefore he is going to Ramchandra ji, or is in love with Ramchandra ji, dedicated to Ramchandra ji, therefore he is going to Ramchandra ji? So here he says both. I cannot, I don't want to go back to the mother, but throughout his life, since childhood, he has been dotting on his brother, always looking up to Ramchandra ji. And he does not have any malice in his heart towards Ramchandra. He is absolutely guilt-free. He is not even thinking that what will Ramchandra ji think if I say that this has happened. Nothing. He knows Ramchandra ji will understand everything. For him, Ramchandra ji is not only his elder brother, he is the future king. He is God himself for him. With this attitude, when your attention is on the Lord, when your attention is on perfection, how can there not be a smile on your lips? You will be happy. And the moment अब आपने सत्संग के लिए सबको बुलाया, आपका पूरा दिन अच्छा गया होगा बाकी दिनों से कि सब आने वाले हैं, I have to clean up, I have to prepare this, that, you are in a different zing, एक अलग inspiration रहता है. See? So same way, when we go on yatra, few days before, everyone is now, they came to Sanskrit class, they came to other classes. Oh, Swamiji, excitement shuru hai. We are not even there yet. So Bharatji is not with Ramchandraji yet. But excitement, happiness, joy, the possibility of being with Sri Ram is already making him forget all the bad that has happened, and a hope has come within. And that hope is, I'll be with my Sri Ram again. See, with this attitude, we must begin every day. With this attitude, we must go to sleep every day. In fact, we must live with this attitude every moment of our existence. That it is Sri Ram who is making everything happen. It is Sri Ram who is within me and outside of me. It is Sri Ram who is in and through everyone and everything. Whether you like it or not, you cannot become serious in life. You cannot become serious. You'll do everything sincerely and joyfully. फिर चिड़चिड़ नहीं होगी. So he says, so now another thing, he doesn't want to see the ugly face of his mother, he wants to see the beautiful face of Shri Ram. So he says, I shall go to the forest soon, and with a sweet smile on my face, I shall serve Sri Ram, whose face is most beautiful. He has no anger, malice, wrath, vengeance, vindictiveness in his heart, and so his face reflects calmness, peace, tranquility, contentment, evenness, benevolence, etc., along with Sita there. Exactly opposite qualities were present in his mother. Those were negative qualities, therefore he called it. And understand here, don't become personal. How can you call? Anyone who has opposite qualities, it is a asur. Another word for asur is demon, who is possessed with negative qualities. When anger comes, it comes as a wave, isn't it? Suddenly it takes you over. जैसे भूत चढ़ जाता है वैसे गुस्सा चढ़ जाता है. But at the same time, when you think of the Lord a little bit, that peaceful contentment, calmness. See? Commit yourself at a particular time every morning, sit for 10-15 minutes, half an hour, जप करना शुरू करो प्रेम से, धीरे 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 धीरे. You will find within few days, you will find कि you want to get up even earlier. You want to go and go to that seat again, whether it is chair, anywhere. जाके बैठना है. And you want to close your eyes, you want to chant the name, and after some time the japa will stop and you want to remain in silence and you are still awake, not gone to sleep. और एक बार ये hook हो गया ना अंदर से, you want to do it again and again and again, and before you know, within few weeks time, how 1 hour, 2 hour go by, because you're in the bliss of the divine. But you have to experience it. It will not happen just by wishing. थोड़े पापड़ बेलने पड़ेंगे. And in this way, he says, I shall serve Sri Ram, and whose face is most beautiful. So, what we should do? Yes, we have done the right thing, come to the satsang, but you are not in satsang like this, where you are listening all the time. You listen to it on YouTube. If all the time listening to YouTube, अरे यार ये क्या? फिर you listen to yourself. Majority of the time, 23.5 hours. If you are not disciplined, 24 hours a day, or take out, okay, few hours you take out. When you are listening to others, you take that out. Well, how much time is left? 23 hours. Out of 23 hours, how much time are you listening to yourself? All the time. Your mind is speaking to yourself. Some commentary is going on. Why she has cooked the books like this? Why can't they be straight? Why she's a grandmother and she's keeping all the koalas and this and that. At heart she's still a baby. And mind will keep thinking something or the other. Because we have not trained it. We have not trained it. तो अगर कुछ सोचना ही है तो why not it think about the God's name? हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे. अब इस पे लग जाओ. अब mind wants something to do. If you don't give him something interesting to do, it will keep thinking whatever is coming in its that is easily available. And what is easily available? World. Now we have become so habituated that we think, "Arey yaar, it is like, arey, pass comment, opinion on everything and anything." But you start giving the subject matter to the mind as the name of the Lord. Be disciplined about it for a few days, and you see the joy after that. Those who are doing it, they will say, "Yes, Swamiji." See, पूजा करो, जप करो, गार्डनिंग करो. एक बार गार्डनिंग, नहीं ये नहीं होता, वो नहीं होता, ऐसे नहीं होता, गार्डन वीड्स ज़्यादा आते हैं. पर तुम शुरू करो गार्डनिंग, थोड़ा सा करो, जितना समय मिलता है. You start enjoying being with the plants. Isn't it? So everything is a habit. Yeah, all of you are parents. Were you born as a parent? आदत ही डाली ना माँ बाप बनने की. You created a habit. When the child was born, I know his days, early days. How, not only him, every one of you. It was hard if you don't have support here. But you went through it. You managed, you complained, you got frustrated, and you came to a conclusion, I got no other choice. I can't throw this fellow out. What will society say? If you got a chance, you would have done it also, if it was the norm in the society. But it is not. So you just drink the poison of frustration, sleeplessness, tiredness, and now you make their life miserable once they are grown up. Take revenge. So with this, we conclude the 7th chapter of the Ayodhyakand. Now we get into the 8th chapter. And this chapter is about Bharat's departure to the forest and meeting with Guha and sage Bhardwaj and arrival at Chitrakoot. So he is traversing the path which Ramchandra ji took to wherever he is reached. And he is getting the news where he is. He knows he is at Chitrakoot. Sage Vashishta, here it nowhere it comes that, but Sage Vashishta is the seer. He knows past and future. If he wants, अच्छा कहाँ पे, अच्छा अभी क्या कर रहे हैं, अभी ये कर रहे हैं, he can tell, but he will not use his energy for that. So the kingdom has the spies. The spies go, they continuously, there is a relay of messages where Sri Ram is at this present moment with Sita and Lakshman. So we and remember, how did this Adhyatma Ramayana begin? It is a dialogue between Mahadev and Parvati ji. Why did it begin? Parvati ji was thinking that I am so, well, we are putting these words because wife wants to be adored. Wife wants to be spoken to, how beautiful you are. You are the bestest in this whole world. There is no woman like you in this world. And I am so lucky to have you. But Mahadev, what is he doing? Eyes closed, not even looking at her. So she is waiting. And what? And one day he opens. Then he says, "Who is that so more beautiful and more attractive that you disregard me and think about him with eyes closed?" ये विचार आप में भी आएगा if your husband starts doing it. What are you thinking? Why you are keeping your eyes closed? No, I am contemplating. Contemplating on whom? First thought is किसके बारे में सोच रहा है? ये नहीं विचारेगा कि भगवान के बारे में, किसके बारे में सोच रहा है? अच्छा. So who are you thinking about? Parvati ji's question is not out of jealousy. She's thinking, if Mahadev is disregarding me and is finding something more attractive to contemplate upon, I should also know it so that I can also do the same. See, that is her. If Shivji has found something more worthy of contemplation, that he can live, sit for thousands of years contemplating on him and not give me any attention, then I would also like to do that. See? And therefore she asks the question. And he says, because Ramchandraji for Shivji, it is not a form. It's Nirgun Nirakar. But he says, I will tell you, and then he starts the story. And in that story is another story that Sita ji explained like this when the sages asked her, and it goes on. So a story within a story within a story. So he says the first chapter of Adhyatma Ramayana began as Ram Hridayam. And there she said, Ramchandraji is not born, he does not die, he does not grow, he has not killed any Ravana, he has not done anything. Then all the rishis are saying, Sita ji is saying, because they were in the kingdom and everyone was saying, Bolo Syavara Ramachandra ki jai. And glory to Ramchandraji who has killed Ravana, glory to Ramchandraji who killed Kharadushan, glory to Ramji who built the Setu on the Rama Setu, and glory to, and Sita ji is standing next to him, husband ki glory chal rahi hai, and she's just smiling. And all rishis are there, huh? And all the Hanumanji, Sugriva, everyone is there. And the rishi says, and they saw that sarcastic smile. Why are you smiling? Then she started telling the truth of Ram. Hey, Ramchandraji cannot do anything. Ramchandraji is the non-doer. Everything is done by the Shakti. Shakti gives the form to Ram. Shakti gives the birth to Ram. Shakti gives the conclusion to Ram. Shakti gives growth to Ram. Everything that you see as change, manifestation, and then death, we call it death, but it is unmanifestation. Body came into existence, body went out of existence, isn't it? So all that manifestation and unmanifestation and all the feats that Ramchandraji has accomplished in his life, she says, I have made him. I have done it, but I allow the whole creation to sing his glory. Because I am also dedicated to him. I am doing it because without him I cannot do anything. Only by his will that I am able to do it. So he allows me to give him birth. He allows me to give him growth. He allows me to make him a good warrior. He allows me to help him to kill the various Rakshasas. So Sita ji is completely dedicated to Sri Ram. In this particular. And when we see that story as the birth and all came, marriage came, we saw Sita ji and Ramchandra ji both are realized masters. At their young age of 16, 17, 18, whatever that age was when they got married, both of them were realized. So there was no competition. They know, okay, they are two bodies, but they are one. They got no doubt about that. Complete synchronization. So here, Shri Mahadeva Uvacha वसिष्ठो मुनिभिः सार्धं मन्त्रिभिः परिवारितः राज्ञा सभां देवसभा सन्निभामविशद्विभुः तत्रासने समासीनः चतुर्मुख इवापरः आनीय भरतं तत्र उपवेश्य सह जुनुजम्. Lord Shiva said, "Oh dear Parvati, one day sage Vashishta, surrounded by other sages and ministers, came to the royal court, which was comparable to the divine court of the gods." Because what is the court of, where is it is coming? In the Ayodhya, in the Dashratha's court. Why it is divine? Because it is a war, it is a place where there is no war. Take it subjectively, where there is no war, which will be the court? Once we have controlled our senses, Dashrath is the person who has controlled his senses. His minister is Sumantra. Your mind is a cultured mind. Sumantra is cultured mind. Cultured mind. Then where the prime minister is cultured mind, cultured, then the assembly has to be cultured. See? And which assembly? Of Ayodhya. What is Ayodhya? Where there is no war. So there is no dvandva. There is no war going on in your head. Should I not? Do I do this? Do I do? No. Everything is done in a cultured way. When things are done in a cultured way, there is beauty, there is elegance. You go outside the house, I don't know how those who came late, I don't know how you did. But when I came, those who had come before, all the shoes were put in a cultured manner. What is that? In straight line. So I also went, there was one gap, I put my chappals there. I don't know how you put. Patak, patak. Cultured. It shows how your mind is. Unruly, not disciplined. See? So start small things and discipline yourself. How you take apple. Khatam kar diya. Cultured way will be cut it, pip it, and then Om Brahma Pradam Brahma. भूख पता नहीं कितने सालों से नहीं खाया, ऐसे नहीं खाना है. How you wear, how you walk. Patak, 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 chappal is making the sound. होते हैं कई वो तुमने देखा होगा, मे बी यू आर वन ऑफ देम, आई डोंट नो. Some people you must have seen, they never put their heel inside the shoe. They'll put the foot in and the heel they will press it down. और वैसे ही चलते जाएंगे. और उनसे बोलो यार ऐसे क्यों पहनता है? It's faster. I don't have time to pull the heel and then put the foot in and this and that. Hey, kya? Keep wearing the same dirty sock after 2-3 days and 1 week and then put it for wash. Uncultured. Another uncultured. We are Sanatan. We are cultured. India is a land of culture. People living in that land are people of culture, discipline, etiquettes. Etiquette खाने में क्या है? 10 जगह खाना खाया, आधा खाना टेबल पे, आधा खाना पेट में. ये दिस इज नॉट कल्चर. कल्चर क्या है? See, culture is not only thinking about God. In every aspect of your life, that culture must percolate. Every aspect of life. How you eat the food, how you lift the spoon, how you क्या कहते हैं, खाना क्या कहते हैं. देखो अपना कल्चर क्या कहता है कि खाना शुरू करने के पहले खाना थोड़ा बाहर रखो. किस लिए रखते हैं? क्योंकि एंट्स के लिए. आजकल नहीं है तो मत रखो. वो भी ठीक है, बट यू आर नॉट अलाउड टू ईट विथ 2 हैंड्स. एक कैंगरू को तुम चपाती दोगे तो वो दोनों हाथ से, बंदर को दोगे तो दोनों हाथ से वो चपाती पकड़ेगा, खड़क, ये कभी इस हाथ से खाएगा, कभी इस हाथ से खाएगा, फिर उससे फड़ेगा, फिर ऐसे खाएगा. आर यू अ मंकी? आर यू एन एनिमल? और आर यू ह्यूमन बीइंग? देन हाउ डू यू ईट? बट आई कांट ब्रेक द चपाती विद 1 हैंड. I have seen. Then what do? Take knife and fork, cut the chapati. ऐसे भी लोग मैंने देखे हैं. Westerners, they use chapati. Now they have learned the joy of eating with hand is different. Culture is washing hands before food, washing hands after food. Every morning lighting a lamp, every evening lighting a lamp. So I'm just pressing buttons here and there, but there are, if I keep talking, there will be so many instances. But the first thing that came to my mind was shoes outside. So next time, put it in line. If others have kept it a haphazard way, you be there and put it on a straight line. That shows that you can't see haphazard, chaotic living. These kids, when they were small, they had to, Swami ji aa rahe hain, kya karna hai? Oh, we have to do the room. So before I come, the room is clean. See? Because natural tendency not to, mummy will do it. Natural tendency, someone will make the bed. But kitna time you make your bed every morning when you get up, or mom does it?
No one does it.
The secret of the house is out. The first thing that has to happen when you get up is what? No. कराग्रे वसते लक्ष्मी, करमूले सरस्वती, करमध्ये तु गोविंद, प्रभाते करदर्शनम. Then you get out of the bed. Then first thing, samudre vasane.
समुद्रे वासरे देवी पर्वतसना मंडले विष्णुपति नमस्तभ्यं पादस्पर्शं समर्पयामि.
Good, but I am living on first floor. Your bedroom is also upstairs. But yes. Sometimes if you chant the mantra, it is better, but at least the thought should go. Thank you. And the moment you get out, pull the sheet, cover the bed. उसके बाद नहाने जाओ. नहाने के लिए क्या करोगे? गंगे चाहिए वने चाहिए. ब्रश करते समय क्या करोगे? राम 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 राम. So in everything, yena kena prakarena, we bring the divinity in it. And it must express in our life. And that expression in our life of that continuous commitment to the divine is a cultured living. Cultured living does not happen by living for the world. Cultured living happens because you are committed to perfection. Understand this. The land of Bharat has not become what it is because of extroverted living. For extroverted living, we migrated from there and came to Australia. And now we are discovering, यार इतनी अच्छी values वहाँ पे थी, and we continue to hold on to those values here, isn't it? More so than back in India. वहाँ पे सिर्फ complain करते थे, यार traffic ये है, 2 hours going, 2 hours coming, I don't see my family, this, that, etc. Time ही नहीं होता था. So it is living for the divine, but and allowing the divine to express in your daily living. When it expresses through your daily living, that is what how you should live, then those scriptures are written. But if you don't need scriptures for that. It's common sense. It's common sense. If you're committed to perfection, automatically the synchronization, integration will happen from within. In your speech, in your actions, in every aspect of your expression. Okay, enough of that. Now, one day, sage Vashishta, surrounded by other sages and ministers, came to the royal court, which was comparable to the divine court of the gods. So, is your mind a court of asuras, or is your mind a court of gods? Naturally, what type of thoughts are coming in your mind? Of cheating, of manipulating, of looting, of killing, of taking advantage? Or naturally the thoughts are coming, oh, I have to take the name of the Lord. Oh, I have to do the puja. Oh, I have to chant the name of the Lord. Oh, or if I don't want to chant, oh, I must sit and write the name Ram, 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 Ram. Today I want to do one page. Anytime I got free time, I want to fill up another page. If these type of thoughts are coming, how can I help someone? How can I guide someone? How can I guide someone? I have to only commit to the Lord. He will guide if He wants to. So what type of thoughts? Are we living a life of desire-oriented actions, or are we living a life of thought-oriented towards divine? That means our desire is oriented towards God. So desire is there in your mind. Desire will be there. You cannot live without desires as an individual. But question is, your desires are for the world, or your desire is for the divine? You run after the world, you can never be fulfilled. Till today, nobody has been fulfilled. Till today, how do you know? You check your life, what fulfillment is there? Still you are searching, oh, now I've come to Australia, now I'm going to buy a house. After the house, I will start a family. After the family, I will call my parents. After the parents, they will do their babysitting and we'll go to work. And after that, before they go, we'll have a second one also. And then planning चलती रहती है. Desire का कोई end नहीं है. Desire का कोई end नहीं है. But there is one place where all your desires will be fulfilled in one go. Where is that? That is divine. If your mind merges into the Lord, Ram, Krishna, whatever, because He is everything, your mind also becomes all pervasive. And if everything is in me, then how can I desire myself? All desires fulfilled. And yet, after that, whatever needs to come to you comes. But you don't create more karma once we have committed to the divine. Karma is individual's journey. Completion, contentment, at-one-ment, non-desiring. This is this is how the divine lives. Divine does not live with desires. Then what does divine do? Take Krishna's life or Ram's life. Whatever situation comes in front of them, they deal with it. That's all. Did he say that I want to go with Vishwamitra? Did Ramchandraji say I want to bring Ahilya back to life? Did Ramchandraji say that I want to go to Sage Vashisht to study? Did Ramchandraji say I want to go and get married to Sita ji? Did Ramchandraji say that I want to become the king, or I want to go to the forest? Nothing he desired. But whatever situation the life was presenting him, he dealt with it 110%. Inspiration. No doubt. Because when you have got no desires, all power is available. The entire potentiality. And when you put that attention, entire energy and power to what is in front of you, it has to be the best. It has to be the best. The blessings of the gods will automatically come. This is the knack that each one of us must develop in life. Then you see the joy of living. You see, when lesser the desires, when do you feel the most happy? When do you feel the most rejuvenated and re-energized? When we go to sleep. After sleep, where there are no desires, where there is no body, where there is no individuality, where there is no world, where there is no relationships, in the morning we get up, I am absolutely fresh. Imagine that freshness in the morning every moment of your existence. It is possible. When that freshness of inspiration is present every moment, that is called divine living. And that is only possible when we, like Bharatji, instead of thinking about the world, instead of thinking about the past, instead of thinking about the memories, we commit to the divine, like he is thinking. So here now, this what we are talking about, this is our mind. We have to commit. This is the court. Sage Vashishta has come. All of them are in you only. You have to invoke. So if you are belonging to Atri Gotra, call Atri. If you are belonging to Bhardwaj Gotra, call Bhardwaj. See Bhardwaj coming. If you are belonging to Shandilya Gotra, see Shandilya coming. He is also in your mind. But how can I? He is such a great person. I am a nobody. Start thinking correctly. Sitting on a seat which was as majestic, as divine as that of Lord Brahma, the eldest and patriarch amongst the god, Vashishta summoned Bharat and Shatrughna and made them take their respective seats. If you see in the olden times, king, queen used to sit sometimes with next to him, sometimes a separate throne, and then on the right hand side used to be the minister, and then next to it is the Kulguru. And they were not less. They were a power to reckon with. And all these elders came, Sumantra, Sage Vashisht and other ministers, and they asked Bharat and Bharat and Shatrughna to come into the congregation in the court. Remember, Bharatji is only thinking that he wants to go. Now here he says, Abravid vachanam desha kalo chittam arindamam vatsarajye bhishechyama maha tvamadyam pitrusasanat kaikaya yachitam rajyam tvadarthe purusharshabha satyasandho dasharatha pratignyaya dadau kila. After Bharat and Shatrughna came to the court, Sage Vashishta is speaking. He said to Bharat, the vanquisher of enemies, words which were the most befitting to the circumstances and time. O son, according to the words of your father, we shall appoint or anoint you as on the throne today. Because Kaikeyi had asked what? That my son Bharat must be appointed as the crown prince. And he would have been crown prince, but Dasharathji has passed away. So now he is the next king. So Sage Vashishta, under the guidance of Sage Vashishta and Sumantraji, they know the kingdom cannot remain empty, the throne cannot remain empty. नहीं तो अराजकता आ जाएगी. So they say, we have decided to anoint you on the throne today. Oh, the best among men, Kaikeyi has asked from the king, kinghood for you. Now he is reminding, Kaikeyi, your mother, has asked for, first boon was, I want my son to be the king or the crown prince. The king was a staunch follower of the path of truth. Pran jai par vachan na jai. Ramchandraji is also Pran jai par vachan na jai. Bharatji is also Pran jai par vachan na jai. So let's see how it all unfolds. So he says, your king, your father was committed to the truth, and if he had given a vow to your mother of 2 boons, and if your mother asked for you to be the king, then now, according to everything, there's nothing wrong in you becoming the king. We will anoint you as the king, and make the words of your father come true. So he made a promise and fulfilled it by giving the kingdom to her. So the Satyasandho Dasharataha Pratignyaya Dadau Kila. So this is the data in front of them, and they're following it. Continuing, Abhisheko Bhavatvadya Munibhir Mantra Purvakam Tat Shrutva Bharatopyaha Mama Rajyena Kim Mune Ramo Rajadhirajascha Vayam Tasyaiva Kinkaraha Shwaprabhate Gamishyamo Ramamane tu Manjasa. How beautiful. He shows his true colors now. He says, so they say, Abhisheko Bhavatvadya Munibhir Mantra Purvakam. Hence, you should have no hesitation to about being anointed as the king, and allow yourself to sit on to be for the Rajya Abhishek to be done with the chanting of mantras and the Abhishek with all the rivers of the India, Bharat, and blessed by the sages and saints and sages. And Tat Shrutva Bharataha Api Aha Mama Rajyena Kim Mune. Hearing these, Tat Shrutva, having heard these words of the sage Vashishta and others, Bharat replied, O Lord, O great sage, what have I got to do with this kingdom? What have I got to do with this kingdom? Mama Rajyena Kim Mune. मेरा इससे कुछ लेना देना ही नहीं है. My life, eventually he will say that my life is for Ram, not for the kingdom. My life is not even for the parents. My life is only for Ram. Our life is for whom? Swamiji, we have got no choice. Our life is for only going to school and coming back from school. I tell mummy, I want to take the name of the Lord, but she says, no, go to school. But if you really take it, mummy will not stop you from not going, but you have to show that you are completely dedicated. And if she doesn't, then call me. I'll take care of it. Because very few, rare people are there who are committed to the divine. See? We are looking out. One person. So, what have I got to do with this kingdom? It has got nothing. I got nothing to do with this kingdom. I got nothing to do with the praja. I got nothing to do with the administration. I got nothing to do with the army. I got nothing to do with law and order, etc., etc., etc. All the responsibilities of the kingdom, I got nothing to do with it. Then what? Ramo Rajadhirajascha Vayam Tasyaiva Kinkaraha. In my opinion, Ramaha Rajadhirajascha. He is the supreme king of this kingdom. And I am a mere servant of Sri Ram. Very clear. Are you clear about this even while you are in the family? Bharatji is also married. He has a wife. He has a mother. He has got three mothers. He has got the kingdom. And yet he is discarding everything and he is committing to Sri Ram. Do we have that courage in our life to commit to Sri Ram? Where our mind is taken over by Sri Ram. Initially we have to put efforts, but afterwards it takes over. See? Sri Ram is the King of Kings. We are but his humble servants, Kinkaraha, servants. Shwaprabhate Gamishyamaha Ram Manetu Manjasa. Shwaprabhate, but tomorrow morning, Gamishyamaha, I am leaving, I am going. Where? Tomorrow morning, we will go where? Ram Manetu Manjasa. We will go to the forest to bring Ram back. Now, when sage Vashishta is hearing this, Sumantra is there, all the kingdom of ministers are there, maybe the mothers are also sitting somewhere close by, and maybe the I don't know at this, I can't remember in the actual story if the praja is the citizens of the country are also in the court or not. We don't know. Maybe it's a private one. But imagine when Bharatji must have said that I have got nothing to do with the kingdom. Ram is the King of Kings and I am going to bring him back. What will be the feeling among all the ministers and the sage who are sitting there?
Admiration.
Admiration, joy, an inexplicable joy. They did not expect this from Bharat because they don't know which way Bharat is going to go. They don't know. Because see, the dialogue was between Bharat and Kaikeyi. Sorry, not Bharat and Kausalya, who said, I know you were not a party to this whole plan. But Vashishji was not there, Sumantra was not there, other ministers were not there. So they are just taking it at face value that maybe this was all a hashed out plan by Kaikeyi and Bharat. And that is the right thing to do. Whoever is the next king, like Bhishmacharya, I commit to the throne. Whoever is the king now, he has to serve him. Unfortunately, the blind king came. He had to serve him and lose his life eventually. So similarly here, the saints and sages are there. Minister is there. Whoever is the king. Because that is the word that the king has given. See? Just like Harishchandra gave, the Vishwamitra came. Harishchandra said, he immediately got up, touched the feet of Vishwamitra. Vishwamitra said, and he got, Ja tera bhala ho. Nahi, aise nahi. This kingdom is yours, this wealth is yours, all the people are yours, my throne is yours, my crown is yours. He says, really? He went and sat on the throne. From today, it is my kingdom. You are my servant. Harishchandra, you are my servant. Take care of this kingdom now. Shivaji Maharaj was like that. He said, he also that, what was his name? Ramdas, Swami Samartha Ramdas. He said, you are my Bap, you are the whole kingdom. He said, you sure think? He said, yes. He went and sat on the throne. Who? Saint. He says, now you do my bidding. I want you to spread the Sanatan Dharma as far as you can. For 32, 36 years, they went all the way to Iran. Bharat was spread Afghanistan, Turkmenistan, Kazakhstan, Pakistan, all the way till Iran. That far he spread. But it didn't last too long. But he was not doing it for himself. He was doing it for his Guru. Bharatji is not doing it for himself. His love, his dedication, his surrender is at the feet of Sri Ram. Sage Vashishta knows everything. But see, when you know everything, you don't interfere. You allow things to unfold. You know the child is going to fall from the cycle. You allow the child to fall to learn from his mistakes. Isn't it? We do it. Same way, Sage Vashishta knows how the whole story is going to unfold. He's there today also. We don't have the eyes to see him somewhere. But he's there on this planet today also. All the Sapta Rishis are there. But he allows. Let's see, because they're also, what is coming in front of them, they will deal with it based on the data that they have. It is not their desire. This is what the king said, and the king's word will be carried out. And there, when he says this, I am you am. Oh, it's time. हो गया, ज़्यादा time हो गया. We'll see. We'll go into the forest and how to go to the forest will continue from next class. Next class will be today is February. It will not be on 3rd, it will be on 10th. No, 9th. But you can check into the Zoom or on YouTube. We'll be doing Adhyatma Ramayana during in Bali. So we'll leave it here with the Bharat ji's commitment to go and bring Sri Ramchandra ji back. Bolo Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Bolo Syavara Ramachandra ki jai, Pavan Sut Numan ki jai, Bolo Bhai Sab Santan ki jai, Sadgurunath Maharaj ki jai, Bharat Maharaj ki jai. चलो आरती कर लेते हैं.